Born on September 11, 1983, Lauralee Phillippe was a bright, happy baby with a beautiful smile and took her first steps the day before she turned 11 months old. But by Christmas of 1984, internally Lauralee was in trouble. She had a brain tumor. And by January of 1986, she would stumble, get sick, experience intense headaches, and her eyes crossed. In March, the doctor prescribed eye patches, attempting to straighten out her eyes, but the rest persisted. In April, she was admitted to the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario, CHEO, where she underwent 8.5 hours of surgery to remove 70% of a malignant brain tumor which blocked normal fluid drainage, and an internal ventricle shunt was given. In May, she received 20 treatments of radiation to help remove the remaining 30% of the tumor. CHEO came through for Lauralee and her parents, providing the medical miracle that gave back her life and allowing her family to remain by her side at all times. She was sent home to recover and started building up her strength, but returned to CHEO for regular chemotherapy and checkups. Although her prognosis was good, her family had prepared themselves not to expect her third birthday. But despite it all, she continued living a normal life. In December of 1986, she was a flower girl in a friend's wedding, and a smile was always easily given. By her fourth birthday, she was finished with chemotherapy and was in remission, but it would have to stay there for 10 years to be considered cured. In January of 1989, she had eye surgery to correct her crossed eyes, and her health continued to be excellent as she developed into a beautiful young girl. In April 1993, Lauralee was 9 years old when the sickness and headaches returned. A malignant tumor was diagnosed and a second operation was quickly arranged. This time it was caught while still small and was removed with no further chemotherapy. By August, she had recovered, and all she had to do was get back to enjoying life. Lauralee was growing normally once again in remission, and there was no reason to believe she would be anything but well when, in April 1999, after 6 years, CHEO called to see her. Once again, a tumor is confirmed, and the action is quick. The operation goes smoothly, and the tumor was benign, but she is in and out of the hospital for 5 weeks due to complications. By the summer, she had recovered, and it's back to fun, vacation, and friends. On her 16th birthday, she and 10 friends went out to dinner at her favorite restaurant. Unfortunately, her shunt was bothering her and had to be replaced by a lumbar shunt. However, complications arise, and this time meningitis is diagnosed. After many operations, she was finally released for what we all hope is forever. Lauralee will soon be 17. CHEO not only preserved her life, but her quality of life as well. The skill of the surgeon, the heart of the hospital, and her own strength allowed her to move on with hope and promise.
Now, the first two were cancer, grade 3 tumors, right? But the last one last year wasn't, right?
No, it was benign, which means it's not cancerous at all. So.
It's great. Now, when I flew out here to Ottawa and went out with your mother and you, and we sat and we talked, and you just left me awestruck. I was just so inspired by you. And when we talked a little bit about what we went through last year, first of all, it was kind of amazing. You weren't having any symptoms whatsoever when you just went in for a regular checkup, right?
Yeah, it was just regular checkup.
Yeah, so it must have been a big shock to you to hear that there was another tumor, right?
It was, and it was really hard to deal with being 15 and living the life I was leading right at that moment.
So it was kind of interfering with a good time?
Yeah, it was.
We know what it's like to be 15. In fact, we have a few 15-year-olds out here, don't we? Well, when this tumor happened, then you went into the hospital, and the treatment started, and there were some complications. And I want you to just share about the evening that you were so sick and in so much pain in the shunt, and they had to take you to the hospital. Tell everyone kind of what happened through that.
Well, they took me to the hospital, and they wanted to admit me, but I didn't want to go because I wanted to go to school the next day and get my classes through and everything.
So you came home from the hospital about what time that night?
It was pretty late. It was probably around 9 or 10.
And what did you do the next morning?
I got up, and my mom didn't want me to go to school, but I wanted to go, so she drove me for my second period class, and I spent the day at school.
So no matter how sick you were, you didn't want to stop going to school.
No.
Amazing. Yeah. She said to me, I did miss the first period, but I still made my mom take me anyway. What a kid. What a kid. Tell me why you were so driven not to just lay down and be sick, and you just kept wanting to go.
Well, I didn't want to come to terms with that again, and I didn't want to have to go through that. I just wanted to be normal and just live the life that my friends lead and everything.
So you just didn't want to stop doing anything. You didn't want to miss a minute, did you?
No.
No. Lauralee, because of what you've been through, do you think you're different than other kids?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Do you think you look at things a little bit different than some other kids?
Well, I look at things and I come to terms with how important life actually is and how the small problems don't really matter in the run of things. And
so stick with the big picture. Well, you have a lot of wonderful people who love you and support you here tonight to be a part of this wonderful event. And I want to thank them all for coming and supporting us. And you have your two fabulous brothers, pretty hunky guys, if you ask me. I'll tell you, they're looking good tonight, aren't they? And we have, of course, two other very special people in your life that I'd like to have them come up a little bit. It's your mother, Marion, and your father, David. If we could have Lauralee's mom and dad please join us. Get another microphone out here so I don't have to keep stretching across in front of Lauralee. That'd help out. Who wants to handle the mic? We'll go this. Well, first of all, I want to tell both of you just how much we all have a tremendous appreciation for what it's like to be a parent, to love and support a child through all of this. I know from personal experience when one of our children gets sick, you wish it was you and just would do anything to spare what your children have been through. And I know Lauralee has a tremendous amount of love and appreciation for both of you and for everything you've done. She just absolutely adores and appreciates her mom and dad. It always comes up in our conversations, doesn't it? Yeah. You bet. And it's kind of interesting that when I met with Marion and with Lauralee, I said, is there anything we can do tonight that would be meaningful to you? And they looked at each other and they said, yes. We would like to have the opportunity to honor someone who's very special to us through all of this. So I'm just going to let you guys go ahead and do that because we are in the business of making wishes come true in Party Light, and this is your wish, so you go right ahead.
Some prepared texts because we want to make sure we say all the things we want to say. So firstly, we want to thank you, Melanie, and Party Light for inviting us here tonight and honoring our daughter, Lauralee. Party Light has set a corporate example by focusing on children and choosing the Children's Miracle Network to support. You've heard Lauralee's story, and I guess as a parent, I can tell you that when your child's life is in danger, what you need to know is that she will receive the best care possible. We're fortunate to have some of the best hospitals and doctors in the world. Because of CMN and corporate sponsors like Party Light, doctors can concentrate on their tasks and not worry about fundraising. We're honored that the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario chose Lauralee for their Child Champion for CMN this year. Because of this, we get to be here tonight where you're giving us this venue to thank a very important person who has repeatedly given our daughter back her life. Through CMN and the generosity of the International Order of Foresters, we had the good fortune to meet other CMN children across North America And these children are an inspiration to us all. Despite debilitating illnesses, they're always ready for a smile, and they continually to openly enjoy life. CMN, sponsors like Party Light, make an outstanding contribution to ensuring that health, equipment, and research that our publicly funded healthcare system cannot accommodate is available. Our children receive the benefits of your generosity. Thank you to all you wonderful Party Light people and here tonight, and David has a few more words to say.
Thank you, Marion. That was a great video, by the way. That's the first time we've seen that. Very emotional, bringing back lots of
We'll make sure you get a copy.
Tears to our eyes. Along the 14 years of Lauralee's journey back to good health, there have been many doctors, nurses, and support people to name. From the anesthesists to the operating teams to the radiation team at the Civic Hospital and to the oncology team headed by Dr. Shu and Dr. Luke. To the great group of nurses and child life workers, especially Heather Crawford, who was a special friend to Lauralee through her recent surgeries. But without a doubt, the one person that Lauralee and the family came to lean on through our journey was Dr. Venturera. In the busy times we live in today, we sometimes lose perspective of who the real heroes are in life. To me, it's not the baseball player who can hit the baseball over the fence or is paid $6 million a year to succeed only 3 times out of 10. Our focus should be on special people that we are blessed to have, such as Dr. Venturera. Day in and day out, Dr. Venturera must be at the top of his game. He does not have the luxury of failing 7 times out of 10. He has to be as close to perfect as possible, as failure can affect so many people. Dr. Venturera was a pillar of strength for our family through Lauralee's surgery and instrumental on advising us on other procedures. He instilled confidence, and it always brought a smile to our faces to hear his voice on our floor while making his rounds. But for a family, there was nothing like Dr. Venturera's words before critical surgery or difficult situations. Don't worry, everything is going to be all right. Those words, when spoken by Dr. Venturera, were all that we needed to hear. It's great to have our 2 heroes here today, Lauralee and Dr. Venturera. I'd like to invite Dr. Venturera up so we can present him with a few small gifts to show our appreciation.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I'd also like to call Dr. Venturera's daughter up. We have a presentation for her as well.
Your daughter is here with you?
My daughter Valerie, yeah.
How old is Valerie?
27.
27, and she's beautiful. You must be pretty proud of Dad, eh, Valerie? Oh. Oh, thank you. Wonderful job, and I think on behalf of all of us here, I think, including Dr. Ventura, it's nice to be appreciated, and I'll tell you, these people just talked about you and the difference that you made, and when they said that you gave Lauralee back her life, they really felt that, and they said you were more than a doctor, you were always there, and it's amazing how things work out. Because I had been on the phone with Marion, and we were talking about some things that we wanted to do, and it caused me to put another phone call in and to a place where we were looking to get some extra things happening for the Children's Miracle Network. And I got through to a secretary, and as I was telling her about what we were doing, and I told her about the night and what was happening, she said, "Oh my goodness," she said, "Dr. Ventura just operated on my boy to remove his brain tumor." And so you touch a lot of lives. You're a pretty special guy. And I want to just thank you for that. And it's good to know people like you are around. But maybe you could comment on what the money does for people like you to allow you to do your job with CMN.
Well, thank you very much. It's a tremendous honor and pleasure to be here. First, I'm very thankful to Lauralee and her family for giving me the privilege to treat her and all the trust that I needed to do what I had to do. Thank you very much, Lauralee. Thank you very much, parents. This is one of the joys of my profession. I've been helping children for nearly 25 years. And the joy of my profession is to pull through patients, particularly like Lauralee. And Lauralee was a very special patient because she was a difficult one. We treat easy ones and difficult ones, and Lauralee was a difficult one. So it's tremendous, tremendous pleasure to be here and to see her as a beautiful lady, absolutely normal. It's just a miracle. Thank you very much. Now, the question is, what do we do with the money? Well, that's a good question. What we do with the money, doctors, we go to the hospital foundation. The president is here, Mr. Bartlett. We're going to ask for money. What is the money for? Equipment. This is the day of technology, high tech. And high tech is very helpful to us, to doctors. We keep learning things, all the computerized equipment, all the sophistication. We couldn't do what we do without all this equipment. It's not only the doctor's knowledge and skill, but the help of technology. I've been in neurosurgery for 30 years, and I've seen the changes. What we do today, what we did then, tremendous. The mortality when I started in neurosurgery was overwhelming. Now we are down to mortalities of about 0%. Major surgery. No people die. There is no place in the brain almost that we can get in and out safely, thanks to skill, not only skill and knowledge, equipment. And, you know, with money you buy equipment, so it's so important that people donate money. So we have access to this high-tech equipment. We got now the neuronavigation equipment at CHIO to do brain tumors. This is, you know, we go with the computer tells you where the tumor is, so it's our knowledge plus the computer. Now we keep upgrading the software. Software is very, very expensive. In 1 year we have upgraded the software 3 times. And this is, you know, and it's very hard to keep on the pace of this. Now we're operating now in some places with intraoperative MRI. That costs a lot of money. That's the next step. We want one at CHIO, so please donate money. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank you, Dr. Ventura. Isn't that amazing? There's almost no place in the brain we can't get to safely. That is wonderful. Listen, we want to thank you again. And you know what? I have a son who's been talking about going into medicine here, and we're talking about quality of life for doctors and how families do sacrifice, dad racing out of the middle of dinners for emergencies and stuff. Has that ever happened to you?
Yes.
Well, please say thank you to your entire family for what you have done to support your father in doing what he does and the difference he's making in saving children's lives. That is just absolutely fabulous. We have another gift from Party Light for you. We have a gift for David. We have a gift for Marion. If you can guess what's in these Party Light boxes, you... But we just want to say this to you. In your box is a very special piece of product that we have in Party Light, and it's a tea lighthouse called the Lighthouse, because you are a guide, and that's what a lighthouse is. And we hope that you will put it in your office and light it and let it shine bright, because you have guided so many people through dark and difficult times. Thank you. So Dr. Ventura and your beautiful daughter, thank you very, very much. Keep up the great work, and we're so glad we've had this opportunity to thank you and recognize you. Marion and David, thank you as well. In fact, we'll have the microphone here. We're going to keep Lauralee over here, though, because we just want to say again, one more round of applause for the fabulous support team that Lauralee's had in her corner. Woo! crazy people here tonight. Now, Lauralee, I just want to have some fun with you. Everybody else is getting presents. You don't get any presents. What's this about, right? I don't know. Do you trust me? Yeah. Oh, trust me. When we were talking and I was just kind of getting to know you a little bit, I said, Lauralee, what do you love? What do you like? And what did you tell me? Do you remember? There was two basic things.
Music.
What music?
Alternative.
Alternative music, which I'm right up on. And who's your favorite band?
Our Lady of Peace.
Our Lady of Peace. And what's the other favorite thing you love to go do and watch? Is there a game? You told me hockey.
Oh, yeah, hockey.
Hockey. You love hockey, don't you?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Well, tell me who your favorite teams are to watch.
Definitely the 67s and the Senators.
Oh, whoa, so you really like those 67s there? That's good, you're a good fan. Well, Lauralee, I don't know if you know this or not, but here at Party Light, we have decided that we don't just sell candles, that we're in the business of changing people's lives and making dreams come true. So I have been working really hard to make sure that I'm going to make some dreams come true for you, okay? So if I can have some dreams come on out here. Do you know any of these guys? I'll take this here. Can I just grab this from you, Lauralee, right here? There we go. How are you?
Good. Yourself? Pretty good, thanks.
Tell everyone who you are.
My name's Brendan Bell. I play for the Ottawa 67s.
Do you know him? Yeah. So what kind of hockey player is he anyway?
A good one.
A good one. Oh, hold it here. Who do we have here, Lauralee? And who do we have here?
I'm the captain, Dan Tessier, from the 67s.
That's fabulous. Did you guys, oh, hang on. Dan's got something else here he's bringing. Oh, he's got to get his shirt on. You know, I got to tell you, my brother was a hockey player, and he was always a little late, too.
I was at the Brian Smith golf tournament today, and I had to do a speech at the Curl Center, so that's why I'm late.
Well, then that's a good excuse. That'll work. I hear you guys may be headed for the NHL here sometime soon. Would you say that's true?
I would.
Okay, who cares? Lauralee, are they headed for the NHL?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Well, that's great. It's wonderful. You guys have brought some gifts here for Lauralee. Maybe would you like to take them and tell her what they are? If you want to hold up this gift, and you can maybe tell her what's in this one. Lauralee, do you want to hand them the mic so we can talk? It's funny how they, have you noticed how they keep moving back and keep moving back on me? They're afraid of these people up here. Move forward, guys. Move on up here. Go ahead, tell Lauralee what you have here.
Well, first thing we brought was a jersey. She's got to have an Ottawa 67 jersey, so we'll see how it fits her.
All right. Do you already have one of these, Lauralee? Not this one. And what does it say on the jersey?
It's signed by Brendan Bell, and I'll sign it afterwards.
All right, it says to Lauralee, best wishes from Brendan. That's great. And what do we have over here, Brendan?
To tell you the truth, I don't know. This envelope here is from Party Light. We don't have much to do with this.
Oh, sorry, here I gave you the wrong one here, Brendan. Hang on. That's smarty pants, isn't he?
This is 2 complimentary season tickets to next year, and I'm sure any year after that when Lauralee wants to come to any games.
That's great. That's wonderful. And of course, Lauralee, you're going to need some candles, so we have a nice big gift certificate and a catalog here for you to do some candle shopping with Party Light. So did you guys know that Lauralee was such a big fan? Now she's going to be even a bigger fan for you. So we really want to thank you guys for coming out and supporting us in this little surprise for Lauralee. Keep up the great work, and I hope you have a great season. Okay? Thank you. Way to go, guys. Good. No, we're not done with you yet, Lauralee.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank them so much. Are they fabulous? Was that a surprise?
A big one.
A big one. You know them, though, right?
Oh, of course.
So you think they're really good?
Yeah.
Oh, good, good. Okay, Lauralee, here's just a little bit more, okay? Now, what was the name of that band again?
Our Lady Peace.
Okay. Talk about pulling out all the stops here. We have some great friends with Party Light, and when we put word out what we were going to do, you would not believe how the message spread. First of all, we have a friend who got in touch with this wonderful band and told them all about you. And they were so incredibly inspired because I guess not too long ago they put out a song about a friend of theirs who's been through a very similar experience to you. So the guys in that band, Our Lady Peace, got very excited about what your dream was. And so they have sent 2 tickets in the 4th row, I think it is, for some concert that's coming up here that you're going to see. And they also sent this along, which is a CD, but I want you to just kind of see if we can pull this ribbon off here a little bit, Lauralee. Can you read what that says that they put on this CD package?
You and a friend are invited backstage to meet the members of Our Lady Peace, August 13th, 2000. Thanks so much.
And they're pretty excited to meet you. They want you to bring something so they can autograph it for you and bring the camera so they can get some pictures. And, you know, they're kind of wild and crazy guys. You never know what else they're going to do with you. Not like that. Jeez, these people. So what do you think, Lauralee? Did we surprise you? Did we make any dreams come true?
Big ones.
Any?
I've had for a long time.
You have? Just how much do you like this band?
It's been a couple years.
You kind of live, eat, sleep, and breathe them, right?
Yeah.
Well, Lauralee, this has been very, very special to have you. And you have been just a wonderful champion for so many people. And you are an inspiration to people because you are a fighter and you have never, ever quit. And you should never, ever quit. Never give up on yourself.
God, thank you so much.
You are so welcome. And I want to thank you and your family for sharing your incredible story with us because you have made a tremendous difference to all of us. And I just want to thank all of you from the bottom of our hearts for being here with us tonight and allowing us to honor you. And Dr. Ventura, you please keep up the wonderful, wonderful work you do. You truly do make miracles. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Lauralee.